Garden Programs Manager at the Redwoods. We're in the Scott Garden with Chef Michael. Welcome back.
Thanks, Kurt. It's good to be back. We're here for Cooking with Chef Mike demo number 2. We will be picking the vegetables used for the cooking demo today here from the garden. We'll be using sorrel for the butter sauce, arugula and spinach to go underneath the seared salmon, and radish, beet, and carrot for our slaw today. So why don't we jump right into it?
Let's go. Cool.
Beautiful.
Our spinach is at its peak.
Beautiful.
All right.
All right, I'll hold this. We'll head over to the arugula. Let's try to do some smaller leaves, and we won't do as much of the arugula in case it is bitter. Got our arugula, our spinach. We're gonna move over to the carrots, which are right behind us. Nice, Kurt.
Organic soil. These things are good to go.
Beautiful. Sorrel. I'm actually gonna use it in my butter sauce for the salmon.
Beets come in different colors. We have orange for you. Those tend to be sweeter, I find.
Yeah.
We've got a large red one here for you.
Beautiful. Kurt, thanks again for harvesting the vegetables for us. Got all kinds of beautiful stuff. We're gonna head back over to the prep area and start working on food.
Well, you sampled from the spring garden at its peak, so I'm sure you're gonna come up with some delicious food.
I'll let you know in a few minutes. I need somebody to taste it. Hello there. So we've got our vegetables washed. We're gonna start working on the cooking today. Again, we have our sorrel, spinach, and arugula. The spinach and arugula will go underneath the cooked salmon. So we're just going to take a quick chop on that. But first I'm going to get the sorrel lemon butter sauce started. So we have shallots here. Just give it a rough chop and add it to the pot. Okay. And then we have a little bit of fresh garlic. Add that in. Black pepper, just a little bit of white wine. So we have that in there. We're gonna go ahead and turn it on. Well, the sorrel is starting to cook a little bit. We'll take our spinach leaves. We're just gonna tear them off. Okay, give a rough tear, as well as the arugula. We will just tear. They're gonna be mixed anyways, so it's no problem. So the idea with the butter sauce, you see the liquid that's in there? We want that to reduce by half, so there's almost no liquid in the bottom. Otherwise, if you have too much liquid in your butter sauce, it will break, meaning separates. All right, we got those broken down. And then I'm just gonna take it back over to my cutting board and give it one final rough chop. That way, when they're eating, later tasting it, there's not big chunks of spinach or arugula. And our liquid in our sauce is now gone. Okay, so we're going to turn our flame down. And we're gonna add our cubed butter. All right, so in kitchens and especially commercial kitchens, you always use unsalted butter. Big old splatter. All right, so we have our butter sauce starting right here. When you're making a beurre blanc butter sauce, you have to continuously whisk. Otherwise, if the butter gets too hot, it'll separate and break. And if the butter gets too cold, it'll solidify. So it's that fine line. But we're going good here. Rule of thumb is as you get close to the end of the butter, as you see there's not too much left in there to dissolve, that you take it off the heat so the sauce doesn't separate. Also, by burning on the bottom, you get a nice color as well. So that's a really nice color. Now we have that there, that's out of the way. We are going to strain this out. Looks good. Set this aside. If we need more, it'll be there. We have our saute pan here. We're gonna let that get nice and hot, okay? The key for searing salmon is a very, very hot pan. So today we have our Atlantic salmon, the same salmon we use every week for our residents. We're gonna use this container to hold it, so we'll move our arugula and spinach bed to plates. Get our salmon laid out here. Then we're gonna season it a little bit of salt, pepper, lemon zest. Turn this on high, make sure it's really hot. Add some olive oil. Our oil is just about ready. When you sear meats, always lay them away from you so it doesn't splash on you. Almost ready to flip here. You'll know as the sides start to show cooked or turning white. Almost. We're going to start working on our beet, carrot, and radish slaw. So you'll see we have our beets here, nice beautiful red beet. I am going to cut off the ends. Oh, that's beautiful. Looking really good. Alright, I'll use that as my handle. Give it a little bit of a peel. You don't have to peel it, but for our sake today we will. And then we're going to start shredding it on the mandolin. So now when we look underneath on this one, red beets and gold beets. Good color. Very nice. Okay, got that going. Come back to the salmon, making a little adjustments. Come back to our slaw, then our little baby red radishes. We're just gonna pick the tops off and go as is. Okay. But it looks like my salmon's just about there, so we're gonna start pulling them. The mandolin is a dangerous thing, so when I'm using it to cut very small things, like these radishes, I'm going to switch my cut glove to the hand that's on there in case something happens. Get that switched, get our radishes. I'm going to peel up our carrots real quick, get those mandolin, make our slaw, and get to plating. Apple cider vinegar, just a little bit, depending on how acidic you like it. A little bit of olive oil, salt and pepper, and we're going to mix this up real quick. All right, so we're now at the plating process. We're going to take a piece of salmon, put it right on top of this arugula and spinach. We have our nice slaw. And then we'll finish it with our sorrel butter sauce. Let a little bit of that butter get on the arugula and spinach. So here we have it, our finished plate. Seared salmon on a bed of arugula and spinach with a sorrel beurre blanc, carrot, radish, and beet slaw, and then garnished with lemon and parsley. Let's see what some of the staff at the Redwoods think of what I created today. Let's go find a few tasters. We have Sydney here, our facilities coordinator, and we have Maria Del Rosario here, director of clinical nursing services.
That's me.
We got Kurt here, the man himself, who makes this magic happen. I can cook things, but I can't do it without you. And we have Noreen here, director of programs and volunteers. Enjoy.
Thank you.
Oh my god.
I'm not a fan of radishes, and they fit perfectly.
Yeah.
It's so odd how you can tell when something is like homegrown versus
Right.
store-bought.
Okay, this is really good. Farm to table.
I'm in heaven.
Can I have more of that sauce?
Absolutely.
If I was living here, I could get all this from the garden. There are lemon trees growing around campus.
Yes.
And just go across the street and get a piece of fish, and I got this.
Exactly. Thanks for tuning in today. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe below. And we'll see you again soon. Thank you.